Hello các bạn, chào mừng các bạn đã quay lại một cái video mới. Và các bạn đã thấy cái title của cái video này. Hôm nay mình sẽ hỏi bạn mình, Jonathan. Nó đã về Việt Nam được tầm 2 tuần rồi. Đây là lần đầu tiên nó về Việt Nam, lần đầu tiên nó đi khỏi nước Mỹ. Mình sẽ hỏi những câu hỏi nó nghĩ về sao về Việt Nam, nghĩ về sao về nước Mỹ này kia. Và sau khi nó được về đây 2 tuần, trải nghiệm được nước Việt Nam, Sài Gòn trong vòng 2 tuần này. Anything you want to say to him?
Happy to be here, happy to be in front of you, and I'm happy to let you know my experience.
Nếu các bạn mà muốn phiên dịch cái tiếng Anh qua tiếng Việt á, thì ở dưới cái YouTube bây giờ á, các bạn vô cái option caption và đổi ra thành tiếng Việt, mình nghĩ có thể được. Nếu không được thì để mình có phụ đề ở đây. Nếu mình siêng năng mình sẽ bỏ phụ đề ở đây, nếu mình không siêng năng thì sẽ không có. Ok, chúng ta sẽ bắt đầu interview with Mr. Jonathan Biden. It's a pleasure to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
Definitely a pleasure.
Happy to be here, man.
Oh man, I have to pay you after this. That's crazy.
I hope so. I need it.
So, question number one we have, what was your thoughts about Vietnam before you come here?
Yeah, I mean, before I came here, pretty much just knew what you and we told me ahead of time. Pretty much that the city is, always alive, always moving. There's always stuff to do, a little chaotic, but very fun. And what lived up to it. It's very true.
It lived up to it. It lived up to it.
Very different from what I was used to in Minnesota and America.
So what was it like in Minnesota, bro?
So
explain to them what Minnesota is like, bro, because I keep telling them what Minnesota is like, but I don't think they really get it.
I mean, for me, Minnesota was home, so I know a lot of people there, I have a lot of friends, have family, but there's not a whole lot to do for just like hanging out with friends and just casually, not necessarily always drinking, but just having a place besides going to somebody's house. Like bars and everything, they close early in Minnesota. 1 a.m. would be like typical closing for bars, some even sooner.
But there's literally nothing to do. There's nothing to do besides going out to eat at like dining restaurants, go get some drinks, go to bars. Besides that, there's nothing else to do. And after 9 o'clock, most places are closed.
In America, during the week, it's not very common to like go out really. I mean, you just go to work, go home. Maybe do more work.
Maybe that's because of our lifestyle, but at the same time, it's like if the environment actually has some stuff to do, then we would go out more, but there's nothing to do all the time. Number two, second question. What were your first initial reactions when you first arrived in Saigon?
Alright, so when I got in Saigon, it was like 1 a.m.
He missed his flight.
I missed my flight from Korea to Saigon, so it was even later than what it was originally. But yeah, I think it was like 1:30 a.m. But here's the crazy part: it was still active. There was still chaos on the roads. So many people. Yeah, that kind of blew my mind.
1 a.m. 1 a.m. Chợ nó đi vòng vòng Sài Gòn, mà vẫn có người ở ngoài chạy vòng vòng giống y chang mình. There were still people riding around.
Yeah.
At 1 a.m. back in where we live,
there's
nobody
nobody on
outside.
the road. Nobody's on the road. And then after that, we got back to the hotel, and then you drove me around the city, and that was kind of like my first experience of like just seeing how cool and big the city is.
And then what was your first day like?
Once I was able to actually see what traffic was really about, and all the noises, the honks, how close everybody was, and how it felt to be on the back of a bike. So crazy. It was so crazy. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't scared just because like I had so much anticipation, knowledge of it already, so I knew what to expect in a way. But it still was a lot to take in at first,
Definitely. Like, to being dropped into the middle of Vietnam in rush hour, you'd be like,
yeah,
what the actual fuck?
And then, like, obviously I don't really know any Vietnamese besides like a few words. So when I first a few bad words. So when I first got here, it really hasn't been an issue, honestly, since I've been here. I've never had a problem with communicating with anybody, even if they don't really know English at all or just a little bit. It's been manageable. So that's been nice.
A lot of people think like if you can't speak Vietnamese, like coming here and be like a struggle.
Yeah.
Because then you can't do things, but
it's been smooth.
A lot of people speak a little bit of English, and then if you can just communicate with your hand, point things, they say things. It's actually a lot easier to communicate with humans than you think.
Yeah.
Worst case, speak your language.
Worst case, Google Translate, but honestly, I barely even use that.
What has been your favorite thing so far?
You
did a lot. He did a lot.
Yeah.
I can tell you what he did, but
I've done a lot already. Favorite thing? Honestly, I've learned how to ride the bike, and I can ride during the day, ride around by myself, and that freedom is unmatched. It's so nice.
It's so nice.
I feel like a lot of foreigners that come here, maybe on vacation, obviously, they're probably not riding a bike on their own. So I think that's a bit impressive on my part.
taught him.
You tell me, Dave.
How does it feel like to ride a bike, man?
Dude, it's
Actually, though, like, because people from the U.S. think it's just a moped, bro. Like, you know, you go to Hawaii, there's moped, you ride on a moped, but like, when you actually hear it, you see like how they be zooming.
Yeah, it's a lot different. Even in America, I mean, I've ridden mopeds in America. America's traffic laws are a lot more strict, so it's different. So when I came here to learn how to ride a moped, first of all, they're faster than what I'm used to.
Way faster than what you expected.
Yeah, and then traffic, especially day one, I was a bit worried about traffic, but then, you know, after just riding behind Nam and then eventually riding myself, like, it's actually very smooth.
It's chaotic.
Yeah, it's chaotic. It's crazy.
But once you're in it,
just don't hit anybody.
Just don't
Nobody's
hit
gonna hit you. Don't hit anybody.
don't hit anybody. Just
Be safe.
straight, yeah.
Go safe.
Just be safe.
It's
Don't
smooth.
hit anybody. Go straight. So that's been your favorite thing.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
Outside of that,
how do you take it all in? But like just everything, life, city, people,
yeah.
things that you did, meeting people, little drinking.
Yeah,
Drinking
drinking
karaoke.
culture is great. Karaoke is so much better here than anything I've experienced in America. The karaoke is unreal.
Them dudes really can't sing.
yeah, Vietnamese, y'all can sing for real.
For real.
Y'all showed me up already.
Oh man, yeah. But that's my next question. Is like, what do you think of like the Vietnamese people, like culture, food, the way they interact, family values, and all those things?
So I mean, just meeting people has been super nice. Everyone's very caring and thoughtful. They show a lot of dedication to guests.
Like it's actually a different level of care when you go to somebody's house. Like they go above and beyond to make sure you feel like welcome. Not even welcome, just
Really just take care of me.
overwhelmed, honestly.
Yeah.
Putting food in your plate,
Yeah,
pouring drinks, giving you
Yeah.
food when you leave.
it's actually unreal. Amazing. Super thoughtful, honestly. I felt welcome everywhere I've been with his family too. Extremely welcome.
And people on the streets too, like nobody's really that rude. You know,
Yeah,
like,
everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy.
Everyone's happy here. It's
everyone's
crazy.
happy. Yeah,
Doesn't
even
matter.
doing like very just low paying jobs, but they still like be able to smile and things like that.
Remember you said here people work to live, not live to work. Compared to America. I think that was a good example.
Tell me, man. Tell me what America is like, man. Work culture and everything.
America, you just work, and then especially people our age, they just work hard all week and then you go crazy on the weekend.
Drinking.
Just drink and drink away the pain. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, in a way it is fun, but at the same time, it's like, it's not that fun. Yeah, but drinking here is more like catching up and like chatting, drinking, having
more
actual
social.
fun. Yeah, a lot more social. So what stands out the most to you so far?
Dude, just the constant motion and busyness of the city. You know, there's always something to do, always stuff going on. People are always doing something. So,
One thing I tell them, like at night, I really like the fact that like dudes pick up their girls and just ride around the city.
Yeah.
Go
It's
get
so
food and
sick.
shit. That shit's so
it
cool.
reminds me of the Big Daddy Emily video. What's it called?
Bungalow Datan.
Yes, I love that video. I love the thought of that idea where you just, yeah.
So it's the constant motion of the city, you know?
Yeah.
Back where we live, like when you walk outside, you don't see like actual like liveliness going on. You see a lot of cars riding around, but like,
It's probably just going home.
yeah. And once you actually look into their face, they all look kind of sad. Especially on the way home at around 4 or 5 o'clock. Everyone's kind of tired.
I'm really just tired after a long day of work.
But I don't know though, why is it so different? Like, still living at the end of the day, but why are they not like,
I think it's
like they're
because
living?
after work, what are they doing? They're going home, probably sitting on the couch
Yeah.
watching TV.
Scrolling on the phone.
Yeah, not eating good. That's the other thing. Food here is a lot more healthy, a lot more tasty, I don't know, a lot more options.
And the portion size is a lot better. Food here is available 24/7.
the price range is high to low too. You find something cheap and delicious, or you can go high end and find something still delicious, but a little more fancy, maybe some AC, you know, something cool.
Wait.
And there's a lot more rooftop. Okay, I'm speaking from Minnesota specifically, but there's a lot of rooftops here.
Would you recommend people to come to Vietnam after your 2 weeks experience here? Well, you haven't seen the whole country yet. You only seen
Yeah,
Saigon.
Ho Chi Minh, or yeah, Saigon. There's definitely a type, especially specifically Americans. There's definitely a type of Americans that probably would not like it.
Yeah.
But if you're willing to, if you're open-minded and you can really take on a culture change for real, and be willing to be uncomfortable in a way, but honestly, it's not that uncomfortable. I'm very comfortable.
Too comfortable.
Too comfortable. Like, I'm already whipping a bike, so if you're open-minded and want to have fun and have a good time and can do it, I definitely recommend. I mean, it's very, very nice people here. You're not gonna have a bad time. I've had no issues with getting ripped off or anything either. Everyone tells me like be careful of like my phone and wallet. People stealing it. Obviously, be careful, but like
it's not like every day you see people just getting their phone and taking it away from them. Back in America, that's all you hear is like, oh, it's so dangerous here. Like things be happening, traffic, blah blah. It is dangerous everywhere, honestly. I'll be honest. The city where we're from the suburbs, but we're like 25 minutes away from like the big city. I wouldn't say as dangerous, but like the shit goes down in that city too. So it's, we're not that safe in America either. It's a lot safer than what people would expect. What has been your favorite food? You eat a lot.
Here's the thing about me. I don't ask about names of food. I just eat it, and I love it. I know for sure I love the quail egg.
Quail eggs?
Yeah, I like those.
Like one yesterday?
Yeah.
The quail eggs with tamarind sauce. Cái trứng cút xào với lại me.
I love the coffee, of course.
Every morning.
Every morning. I mean, even in America, you let me come over for some Vietnamese coffee. It's different. But yeah, I mean, as far as food, I'm not super familiar on the name. I don't really even ask.
True.
Okay, I just
you just eat it. Eat whatever that comes to your plate.
Yeah, never complain.
What would be your I guess your take on like Vietnamese food so far? That you have like a lot, let's say American food, or
I mean, it seems like it's more
fresh.
It's more fresh.
Yes, like they cook right then and there.
Yeah, it's not like a bunch of processed stuff.
Food. Yeah.
I haven't really ate microwavable stuff besides maybe some bun baos. Besides bun baos, I love those. But other than that, everything's made. You know.
Yeah, everything's fresh. Everything is tasty.
And different places have different takes on like the same dishes. So that's cool too.
Yeah, it's like you're in a city. It's a big city with hella people. So like, let's say it's just a come dish. They can make like hella variations of one traditional dish and then just put a spin on it. It's like so competitive out here. What would you like to do in Vietnam in the future?
I mean, obviously, I've only been in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, so I want to travel outside of that. Nha Trang or Da Nang. Da Nang.
So what's different between the US and Vietnam? The main ones. The one main ones that really stand out to you.
Yeah.
Because you travel in America too. Like you've been around pretty much the whole country.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many differences, but I feel like we've kind of talked over a lot of them. Traffic, like the main thing that sticks out right away. Kind of like the overall vibe of people. Like you go to a restaurant in America, service is not going to be the same.
It's not that good, and they expect you to tip too.
Yeah, they're a lot more grateful here, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
the service is a lot better for sure. I mean, if you go to like above, just like street food, to like AC places and up, yeah, the service it's like they really cater to you. Make sure that you have a good experience. Even street food, like you say whatever you want, like let me get that. They're like, okay, we'll get it.
It's been a work in progress, getting used to, especially wearing a jacket in the heat, because that's like so opposite.
Yeah.
You gotta hide from the sun, so you put on more layers, and I just be sweating like crazy. Gotta wash my jacket.
But do you see why people do it though?
Yeah, of course. Can't get tan lines.
Bro, that sun is
hot.
The equator sun is no joke.
Yeah, but weather-wise, I would compare it to like Florida in a way. Just cause, especially right now during rainy season, like we're hot and nice and the humid, and randomly in the day it'll rain for like an hour or so. Yeah.
How do you think like the way people interact with each other compared to like the US? I mean, you don't speak Vietnamese, so like you can't really fully grasp like the differences, but like in terms of your like observation and like people talking to you.
I mean, specifically when people talk to me, I feel like they're happy. They're either complimenting me or trying to help me. It's never, there's no negativity towards me at least, so.
But you feel like it's genuine? Like you feel like it's more genuine, like like care and like asking you questions and stuff?
Yeah, and they do want to know that I'm good and okay, and it's like, for example, your family or your grandma. Definitely want to make sure I was okay and good.
I feel like in Vietnam it's less of that superficial talk. We're just like, hi, how are you? Like, how's your day? What you do this weekend? More really like asking like the nitty gritty, like yo, what's good? You got a girlfriend yet?
You get together and
you
guys start talking for
talking for real, making jokes. I feel like that's the main difference I see from like America and Vietnam. When you live in a society where everyone's the same, it's a lot tighter than like America. It's so diverse that it's hard to really bond with one another. Because everyone's like different. No offense, but like we don't really like go out our way to speak to other people. Let's say Indians or Ethiopians people, like trying to relearn the culture and things like that. You would think that would happen, right? But it's not. It's more like you stay in your comfort zone and like everybody exists in one place, but like they're not that tight.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you have homies that really like that for real, then yeah, but then at the same time, you guys all do American things. It's not diving deep into anybody's culture. That'd be my biggest take from being here and then being in America. It's like, people are not that close. One thing I would say is like, if a war were to happen, I feel like Vietnamese men would be more ready, more willing to like put on a uniform and go fight than to say in America, if a war were to happen. You had to go protect a country. You'd be like,
I'm in Vietnam. Relax.
I'm 25% Mexican. I don't even know if I'm really fully American like that. I don't even know if I'm
trying to suit up for no reason.
No reason.
That's not my war.
For real. Yeah, you'd be quick to take off. Like if you had the option, you'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna take it. And I feel like that's a lot with other people as well in America. It's like things were to go down, people would dip. People would not stay back and protect the country unless they're really like white guys. No offense, but
respect.
But I feel like in Vietnam, if shit would like, let's say we were to get invaded, the men would actually like, all right, bet. Let's protect our families, let's protect our wives, let's protect our kids, making sure they're safe, so we go to war. But in America, it's like, we're different. Or put us in jail, I don't care, we're not going to war. What the hell?
I'm not even mad.
I'm mad, bro. I'm in jail getting beat 2 times a day, bro. I'm like, yeah, bro.
I'm getting big.
Y'all getting blown up, bro. Y'all getting blown up for no reason. That would be good. Final question. How do you look at the U.S. now after you've been here like, for 2 weeks? Because you've never been outside the country.
Yeah.
So now's your first time being outside, seeing different places, and then you're going to go see Japan soon.
So I mean, after kind of exploring outside of the U.S., it just makes you want to keep exploring more outside the U.S. Keep traveling, coming back here, of course. I don't know.
It's a big world.
Yeah, exactly.
It's huge, bro. And I tell them like, yo, American people don't leave. It's more people we talk to back in the States. They've never been outside the U.S. They never like really dive into a different culture.
Yeah, but even more than just America, like specifically Minnesota, it's so mundane and repetitive. Everything is just kind of the same. Like, I haven't done anything that new in Minnesota
for years.
Years. I've been there. You know, it's always been kind of the same shit every week, every month.
After you graduate college, it's kind of like, yeah, it's all like in one take. It's like, man, this is the whole way through. It's like nothing really stands out.
I still have friends and family there, so I obviously want to go back and visit, but I don't know if I want to live there.
To be honest.
This compared to the U.S. though, closest comparison would be like New York. I mean, it's big, dense,
noisy,
huge city, noisy,
always motion.
Yeah. Actually, somebody at the gym today told me this is a city that doesn't sleep, and I told them that's literally what we call New York, a city that doesn't sleep.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say to them before we wrap it up?
You know, I just want to thank everybody in Vietnam for just being so welcoming to foreigners.
To me, of course. To me too.
And all the compliments. And
beautiful woman.
I'm enjoying my time here, so excited to keep the adventure going.
Thanks for listening, and I'll give you your 500K when we get downstairs.
Well, like 5K more.
5K for 25 minutes. Thank you so much, babe. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.